Hey, do you believe that your empath traits have the potential to serve you better than ever in every single circumstance in your life and not hold you back? And for those of you who are unfamiliar with this idea of what an empath is, here's what I mean. An empath is a highly sensitive person to other people's emotions and energies and moods, right? A lot of times an empath, including myself in the past, will often put our needs secondary to soothe or serve other people, and then our needs don't get met. But if empaths are typically the type of people that have sensitivities that when you're in a room at a restaurant, even if your back is facing the doorway and somebody walks in who's just a really dark energy, you're like, whoa, I just walked in the room. I know I've got that ability, and most of the people at the Gratitude Slam that I've ever met identify with that too. So if you identify as an empath or have high amounts of empathy, type the word empath right now. Go. Now, recently I've heard Pedro Adeo, he's a teacher of some different kind of content and tools that I use here on the Gratitude Slam. He said, your greatest weakness is your greatest strength overexerted. And I'm telling you right now, when it comes to empathy and being an empath and compassion and being a highly sensitive person, as a mindset and leadership coach around these topics, I 100% agree. Because what is it about being an empath or identifying as an empath that holds us back? Is when we really lean into absorbing other people's experiences, emotions, moods, we take them with us. And so we are overexerting this capacity to be able to feel deeply to the point that it shuts us down. And we want to serve people, right? If you're watching this, I'm assuming you want to serve people. So personally, for me, over 30 years of my life, I'm in my mid-40s now, but well over 30 years of my life, my supersensitivity, my empath traits prevented me from living my genius, doing the things I love most, being connected to my source energy more, whatever that means to you, getting into states of flows, enjoying more happiness, enjoying more inner peace, feeling more fulfilled, and crazy enough, meeting my own needs. And perhaps that sounds like traits of somebody you know as well. Perhaps someone you know really closely. And if it's not you, then perhaps you know someone in your life who their empath traits hold them back from being their best selves. So today I'd like to teach you how to ensure that your greatest strength, your intuitive empath abilities, don't become a liability for you anymore. And I don't want you to hold yourself back from living a life on your terms. Would you like help with that? Can I show you what I had to learn and what changed my life the fastest? Because it's pretty simple. I mean, there's a lot of things I learned around this, but I want to teach you the thing that was most impactful. All right, here it is, physiology. And you hear me talk about physiology a lot, whether you do negative thinking detox, you do the positive mindset retreat, or in the Gratitude Slam lives, I'll often have us play with our physiology. There's a deep-seated reason for that. Your physiology is your guardian to the empath in you. It's the guardian that says, you shall pass, you shall not pass. When your physiology is not in your favor, and I'll explain what that means in a second, it keeps your gatekeeper from being able to protect your empath. And your empath starts sabotaging you all over unintentionally. But when your physiology is in your favor, and I'll teach you what that means in a second, it's going to be able to protect you and make your empath traits an asset to you. It'll make you a superhero power. I call it the hardest empath. So this is the first, easiest, freest, freeing way to ensure you don't have to shut down as an empath. So the fight, flight, and freeze mechanism, let's just call that the biological brain, this thing that's trying to keep us alive, takes cues from the body. And what's our body? Our body is the thing that feels somatic experiences and feelings and energy. So the brain takes cues from the body. but it also works the other way. It's a chicken or egg scenario. Your body, where you feel, also takes cues from the fight, flight, and freeze mechanism, the biological brain. So the body takes cues from the brain, and the brain takes cues from the body. And for those of you that love brain science, I highly recognize, that I'm simplifying this. But I swear, if you practice what I'm about to teach you, you're going to start harnessing the empath in you in such a way that you're going to step into owning what's rightfully yours to begin with. Your time, your space, your emotions, your energy, the pursuit of your dreams. So what I want you to do is PBPB. Pause, posture, breath. No, Michael, it can't be that easy. Yes, it's that easy. So let's give this a shot. Pause, literally interrupt whatever's happening. Whoa, step back, stop arguing, stop trying to justify, whatever it is, just pause. Next P, posture. Just check your posture. I want you to sit in a way that you feel super powerful, strong. Sit in a way that when you're feeling top of your game and happiest and fully fulfilled, what's that posture like? Just do it right there and then. Because by doing that, first off, the pause is interrupting you. By changing your posture, you're telling the mind, do it as I'm talking about it. You're telling the mind, hey, mind, the body's telling the brain, we're okay. And the brain's going, hey guys, we're okay. And then the body's going, oh, we're okay, right? And everyone's talking to each other now. So pause, posture, and breath. And take a deep breath, watching that your shoulders don't go up. Breath is the fastest, most immediate hack of the whole entire nervous system, the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems. Take a deep belly breath without your shoulders going up. So pause, posture, breath. Try it right now. Pause me if you have to. Pause, posture, breath. So the next time you come in conflict with someone or something, or you encounter someone that's demonstrating narcissistic or gaslighting behaviors, think PPB. PPB. Pause, posture, breath. You could do it right there in front of them. They won't even know you're doing it. Or you could be going up to talk in front of a crowd, like maybe an institution that you volunteer at or work at, and you just pause, posture, breath, because it tells the brain, hey, we're doing okay. It convinces the fight, flight, or freeze mechanism, we're okay. And look, do I get triggered? Yes, absolutely. Do I fall out of harnessing the inner empath in me? Absolutely. But doing PPB has drastically changed my life. In fact, I can't say I learned PPB from anywhere. It's just all the different sources of knowledge that I ended up acquiring and trying different things. I was like, well, it just comes down to three things. Step back, change my posture, change your breath. So I'm like, now I'm distilling it down to the port wine for you. I've been able to take what used to take me 9 months to ruminate on, like to overthink. I was able to get it down to like 9 weeks. Then I was able to take 9 weeks down to 9 days. 9 days into 9 hours of overthinking. 9 hours of overthinking into 9 minutes of overthinking. And 9 minutes of overthinking into 90 seconds of overthinking. Yes, sometimes I fall out of it, but no longer do I go and I overthink or I get impacted by something someone said for 9 months, 9 weeks, 9 days. Rarely 9 hours, occasionally 9 minutes. And so I want to teach this to you. In fact, there was one person in my life that I worked with for over 10 years. We fought literally almost every day. And the moment I introduced this, we never fought again. Like I wish I could say I'm kidding. It's that powerful. So put this in practice. PPB. Type it in the chat section right now. PPB. And also in the comment section and in the chat section, I'd like you to put down what type of scenarios or with which type of individuals or groups can you practice PPB immediately. Like, let us all know. And as we all read the comments, we're like, oh, I could use it there too. We're like, oh, wow, I'm not so alone in this. Other people need to do this too. Like, as you share, we grow together. And look, I'm truly just scratching the surface here. But I'd rather start here than be nowhere. Or I'd rather start now than start never. So if you want to learn more about how to use your physiology to totally transform that inner empath in you and to be able to harness the empath, join me in the upcoming Negative Thinking Detox Challenge. It's free at negativethinkingdetox.com. Look, you deserve a life on your terms. I can't say it enough. You deserve to feel inner peace, fulfillment, and confidence. And if you commit to focusing on your PPB, your pause, posture, breath, as a way to lean into your best life, type the word commit in the comment section right now if you commit to this. So I am your mindset and leadership coach, Michael Ian Cedar. Thank you so much for inviting me in your life. I'm here for you, and I hope that I get to see you in that upcoming Negative Thinking Detox Challenge. Peace, outs, rollin'.